Now we're live when the mic's not muted. Mic was muted on here. I got it. But hey, we are now live. Episode 10, Those Two Nerds podcast. It is going to be an insane day, not only for us, but the whole Those Two Nerds sound, man. We got a new banner. We getting a little spooky with it. And we're always joined by the oh so humble and beautiful, kind soul that likes to have his iPad on when I'm doing the intro.
It's fine.
Nick just plays games.
It's fine.
And I don't want to say my host because last time I got in trouble for taking over.
No, you said and joining me like I'm just,
like you're a special guest.
Like I'm just some stick in the mud. Like I'm not half the damn show. The show is those two nerds, not that one nerd and that other guy that's
that he
kind of
invites
fat.
over. Yeah.
But it's all good.
But I am the co-host of this Millennium Falcon Fear Coach, and I'll let you be Han Solo. I'll be Chewie, or if you want to be Chewie, it doesn't bother me. I'm not bitter. But we're gonna first jump off into.
It's all good. But
oh wow, I did it too.
Hey,
dang,
you did it to yourself, man. That's funny.
But we'll start off with talking about Joker. We haven't seen it yet, neither one of us. But everything that I'm hearing right now about the initial reactions about the video, about the movie and everything was just phenomenal. It was a great movie, great show. Everybody was pretty happy with it. But what comes with that is controversy over the topic. Coming from Gamers Radar, the news source we used, there was actually in LA, there was a reported threat that the police took very seriously that shut down the movie theaters Thursday night when the movie came out. And now that I believe it reopened Friday afternoon, but there's still police on standby. So what are your initial thoughts on this whole controversy towards this movie?
I think that is exactly what the reason why we shouldn't have been having these conversations before the movie even came out. You're gonna when there's that much surrounding it and that many people are saying, "Oh, this is one of the most controversial things," and I mean, it's been in the news, right? It's been on web news. I've even heard it on local news. People talking about how this promotes violence. This promotes and inspires violence. This, it's basically a racist movie. If you are a white man, then this is going to inspire more white men to go out and do more white crimes, You shouldn't be having these conversations because there probably was a whole line of nerdy dudes, right, sitting around. Mm-hmm. That never would have felt like, oh, I bet this will be really cool if I do this. So, no. I think that's kind of the fault of the media.
For sure.
And I think that I think it's their fault. I do. I think that it is their fault. I don't think that it's the studio's fault. I don't think that it's the movie producer's fault. I don't think that it's Joaquin Phoenix's fault. I don't think that it's the writer's fault, the director's fault. I think it's no one's fault but the people who've been saying this movie is going to inspire violence.
For sure. And I kind of stand on the same point. Media has hyped up this whole controversial film. It is a film to me. Anybody that is a nerd that watches movie is a movie goer, even if you're not. You don't go to a film and be like, man, I got some ideas now. No, it's a movie. It's Joaquin Phoenix even came out and said this. He wanted the movie to still have a little bit of comedy because in today's society, this movie's dark. Yeah. And he is not hiding that. And, with the whole gun control, and we're totally going to stay away from that whole argument. It's just, he basically said this is how the character is. If you read the comics, if you're a comic book goer. I mean, one of his origin stories, it is the darkest thing you'll ever see. I mean, best comic book ever, in my opinion, is The Killing Joke. And it says, hey, everybody's crazy. You're kind of like a ticking time bomb, and whenever that train derails, that's now you reach that crazy level that he's at. So I think it's one of those movies where people in the media are hyping it up about this controversy, but the overall, nothing has reportedly came out that anybody was harmed or anything like that, which is good. Overall, movie is great.
It's okay. This is why social media irritates me. This is why media in general irritates me. I'm 100% for getting people hyped up for something, right? Getting them hyped up and excited about stuff. But do you remember that thing? I want to say that it happened. It was either this summer or last summer about, I think it was Mookie. Moku or something, that thing where parents were like, oh, if you share this thing, an image of the little weird bird person or whatever, and then your kids are going to do bad stuff, or like your kids are going to get killed or something. Do you remember this? It was like a thing. Like I heard about this at work.
Is this kind of like a Slender Man type thing?
Yeah, it's
okay.
like one of those urban legend things, and it was like complete and total garbage. It got so far out of hand. This urban legend was on our local news station. It was on other local news stations, and all that does is you're giving the person who started this whole thing exactly what they wanted.
Yeah,
Momo. There you go. Thank you, Janet. It was Momo.
Okay, I kind of agree. Well, it kind of reminds me of back in the day when, you know, I used to have the Razr flip phone, you know, and you'd get those big text spams. Oh, you need to send this to 5 friends, or this, you know, creepy image will be in your room tonight and kill you. And you know,
it's
you would
chain letters all over again, right?
Exactly. It's a big chain letters thing. I always thought it was really cool with the whole when you see those, like the whole Slender Man thing, like this guy, this, you know, demonic creature, whatever it is, I can't remember what it really is, ghost figure, whatever you want to call it, comes out and basically says, I need you to kill people. And like people go to trial for this and blame this thing, and it's so funny because I'm like, I mean, nothing's funny about killing people,
No.
but at the same time, it's like people get away with it. They're like, well, this person's mentally deranged.
People have problems.
Oh yeah, for sure.
There are a lot of people out there who have mental health problems. I'm not denying that that is a thing, or that that's even a possibility, or it's scientifically, it's medically proven. There are people in the world that have
Issues.
mental health issues, and that's
sure.
what it is. They're mental health issues. But I don't think that a person just wakes up one day and all of a sudden decides, you know what, I'm going to start hurting people, or I'm going to start killing people. There's warning signs, right?
Yeah.
Someone heard something, their friend heard something, their parent, who probably should be watching them instead of doing whatever the hell they're doing, they heard something. But
Yeah.
we're not going to get into a parenting thing.
Bad parents.
We're going to get into a, you know, more of a sense of responsibility.
Yeah.
You're responsible for your actions. Even in the movie, which I haven't seen, which I've heard about, which is loosely based off of the Killing Joke origin, but not having anything to do with Gordon or, you know, Batgirl or anything like that. Thanks for the like, Jason. Someone else liked it too. I'm not sure who popped it up. I didn't see it, but thank you. It all goes back to that one bad day, but he didn't just have just one bad day. He had lots of bad days. Thank you, Julia, for the like. He had several bad days that led into one gigantic culmination of a bad day that made him lose it. So even the Joker didn't just snap. He just, oh, okay, cool, I'm insane now. Yeah. No, it doesn't work like that.
Yeah. So overall, you know, kind of moving on from the topic. Great movie. Everybody is loving it. We plan on seeing it here within this week.
Soon. I'm hoping
week.
Soon. I want to see it because for my own personal reasons.
Yeah.
You think it's going to rule. I feel less than
it's
thrilled.
gonna rule.
But I also told you before that I don't want it to suck. I want it to be good, and I've heard a lot of good things about it.
But more onto love and, you know, affection and heartwarming. I Love You 3000, Iron Man.
Too soon, bro.
VR 2020 announced from Gamer Radar, talking about that you will be able to be Iron Man.
I actually saw this announced back at E3.
Yes.
But I don't think that they had a release date for it. I got pretty excited about it because I'm, you know, of the opinion that I like any potential games that could be fun in VR. Some of them have been more like experiences instead of full-on games, but I'm excited for it. It's the first like Marvel venture into VR as far as I know. And Iron Man seems like it would be cool.
All I gotta say is this: if you can fly up in the air, which obviously I think you're gonna be able to, how cool would that be? Like, it's an open world, like Spider-Man, the game, but in VR. You know, you're flying all the way up. You get this, like, you're sitting up on top of Tony Stark Tower, and you're big chilling. And I don't know, but I feel like if you would turn off the jets and you start falling, I think you'd pass out.
I think it's that G-force at that point. Right?
Yeah, yeah, but it's gonna be a great game. I mean, nothing really out there. I mean, they've kind of given a trailer, but no official gameplay has been released yet. No official announced date. It's just 2020 is their goal. It's kind of like Warcraft 3 Reforged. It just says 2019, end of 2019. So it could come out from now till 2019.
I don't think it's going to rain on the parade of the Avengers game coming out next year.
No, I don't think it will
I think
either.
that comes out in March.
March, yes.
They are different studios, but they're both Marvel games.
Yes.
So I think that Marvel's going to have some say on when they're released. And if I had to take a guess, I would say that Iron Man VR is either going to come out before, so January, February, or after. Probably not the same month. And the reason I think before is it'll kind of get people more excited for all things Marvel. I mean, you got this cool VR thing, but not everybody has VR. But, still, I think that's what I'm thinking.
It might make people buy it.
Well, considering the VR is going to be completely backwards compatible with the PS5 whenever that launches, I think if you've been holding out on getting one and you're a Marvel fan, there's enough good games on the system to justify owning.
Well, I love the one that's like from Until Dawn, where you're basically on a carnival ride.
Yeah.
Well, multiple carnival rides, and you're just like sitting there like just shooting up like little zombies, and
it's a rail shooter, right?
Yeah.
It reminds me a lot of House of the Dead. Speaking of House of the Dead, since this is relevant.
Oh, relevant.
They're actually bringing it back for the Switch.
They should.
House of the Dead 1 and 2.
Why not?
I actually bought them for the Wii a while back just because I love rail shooters. But I think it'd be a pretty cool little remaster.
It's going to be good. And like I said, I love you 3000. It's going to be awesome. Many people, Iron Man fans. And I think, like you said, it's going to maybe promote the VR. It's going to get people to come out, buy the VR. And like you said, backwards compatibility. So many great features. I want to see more on this. I want to actually see a gameplay trailer. Because I feel like that's a really neat thing. And that might sell me on it.
The closest thing they got was the little bit of, I don't know if it was in-game footage or, I don't know, cinematic trailer for it at E3. They did have a little tiny snippet. They just didn't have a definitive release date. So
yeah. But kind of on the terms of, because we talked about what was the game you literally just said that was coming out to Switch, the remastered, the 1 and 2.
House of the Dead.
House of the Dead. So kind of talking about spooky, scary skeletons. So me and you, totally random. This is how in sync we are as a duo. I text him and I'm like, hey man, I just went up and picked up Halloween decorations. He texted me right back and said, I was thinking about doing the same thing today.
Yeah, after work.
And we're both, very, very into Halloween, very into the whole festivities of it. We're both festive people. I like to decorate. So,
yeah.
So we both kind of like did our desk and stuff like that. There's pictures up online. You have pictures on Facebook. I have pictures on my Twitter. I need to post to Instagram, but I suck with Instagram. But they look great. I know I did some of the webbing, and you hate the webbing.
I hate it.
Because it takes a lot of effort to actually get it to look clean.
It's one of those things, though, right? Like, the spider webbing is really cool if you know how to do it. And when I worked at a Halloween store, I learned the proper way to... No one actually uses spider webbing correctly unless you've either seen someone do it or you've worked someplace where you've had to use it on the regular. Most people just kind of clump it, and it looks bad. But... by that same token, it's a mess to clean up if you use it properly. But when it's done properly, it looks awesome.
Oh, for sure. And like I said, we both decorated our desk. They look really cool. We each got like these little spinning lights that shoot figurines around the wall. I got one that shoots ghosts. And yesterday was the first stream for me that I actually streamed in the spooky setup. And the cool thing about it is like I was rewatching the broadcast, and all the ghosts that are just like forming behind me, and it was like a 6-hour stream, and occasionally the light get my eye and I'm like, oh, I can't play. But it was really fun. I like how in sync we are, because we knew that we were going to decorate, but the fact that we decorate at the same time.
I can't use my globe light when I'm streaming. It makes a little bit of a humming noise, and mine you can't really see behind me unless I turn all the lights off, and then you can't see me. So I added some graphics on my my webcam and some pumpkins and stuff, but it's still fun. I'm probably going to start leaning more towards Halloween-ish type games, scary games.
Yeah.
Not necessarily all horror games, but things like Luigi's Mansion when it comes out. I'll probably play some of that. Just anything for the season. I like it.
For sure. And I mean, what comes with that, come with spooky times come spooky movies. So I know me and you have this challenge, which I am completely slacking off at. I'm 6 movies behind.
Yeah, you are sick. I am about 3.
Yeah. So
Well, 2.5. I watched half of one last night.
yeah. So explaining this whole, what are we talking about? What are these two guys talking about? Is we always do a movie challenge in Halloween where we all try to watch a horror movie. It doesn't have to be the scariest movie you've ever seen. You don't have to sit there and pee
It
your
has
pants.
to be like the theme, right?
It has to be horror themed.
Well,
Horror
it just,
genre.
It just has to be in that genre. So, like,
Yeah.
if you want to watch Hocus Pocus,
That counts.
That's totally fine. You want to watch Casper the Friendly Ghost,
I need to watch
that's
Halloween
fine.
Town.
You want to watch Halloween Town, yeah. Just it has to be in the theme, and if you have to stretch real far to justify the theme, then you're probably gonna get denied.
What was the? Can I remember? It was about the boogeyman. It was on Disney. We used to watch it all the time.
Oogity Boogity.
No,
or...
it was like Don't Look Under the Bed.
No, but you heard that they're bringing back. Are You Afraid of the Dark?
They should.
No, you heard that, right? They're doing a movie on. I don't know if it's Nickelodeon or Netflix or whatever, and it actually looks
Pretty scary.
I mean, it looks good, but
Yeah.
not good in the sense of, oh, this is going to make you wet your pants. But it's a Nickelodeon thing, so
Yeah.
I think that's cool.
So right now the challenges are going okay at best.
So he
for
is
me.
behind. I have watched the original Frankenstein. I have watched Ghostbusters. I also watched Shaun of the Dead. Just to let you know, 2 of those are comedies, but they count, right? Because
Well, Shaun of the Dead has zombies.
it's
so
zombies,
Halloween.
and Ghostbusters is ghosts.
Ghostbusters is definitely a Halloween movie.
Oh, for sure. And then I started watching. I haven't seen this movie in a long time, but I saw it on Amazon Prime Video. It's a movie. It's an old movie called House, which I remember when I was younger. This movie came out, and I always saw it at the video store. And it's got this like weird, creepy dead person's hand. Like it looks like they're unlocking the front door. And I never finished watching this movie as a kid. So I started watching it last night, and I was like, I can't believe I was scared of this. This is so bad.
Oh my God. Yeah, and that's what's kind of crazy. Like movies have really stepped up in the horror category as far as just like scare you to the point where you can't sleep. Like you need to watch a comedy after you're done watching them. Because I mean, there's so many cheesy horror movies which we all know and love. Like Friday the 13th in today's standard is like a 1 or a 2 on the scale of scared
of terror.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you have movies like Sinister, Insidious that are on like the 6, 7, 8 ranges.
Yeah.
I don't know any 10 movies that are just
10?
that are absolutely terrifying. Cannot watch. Would not watch alone.
I don't. There's not very many, but not a lot of things really frighten me.
Yeah.
As far as movies, I mean, I can watch just about anything, and it doesn't bother me. I actually get more upset playing games than I do watching movies.
Yeah.
I did finish the Blair Witch. I don't remember if I stated that last week or not, but oh my god, that that just
It's a wet your pants moment.
it's not scary. I don't want to say this is the scariest game I've ever played. It's just upsetting.
Yeah.
And I think the reason that it upset me so much, I think I finally nailed it down because I thought about it for a while. I mean, I actually lost sleep over this game, not because it was scary.
He was scared.
But because it made me think. I'm like, I don't understand why this particular game is making me think about it so much.
Yeah.
And it was mostly because it tackles mental health, which, we talked about earlier. Mm-hmm. The main character clearly has mental health issues. He has post-traumatic stress disorder from serving in war.
Yeah.
And this entity, creature, whatever in the woods, totally plays on that. And like the last 30 to 35 minutes of the game, it's flashbacks of being in war and these horror images, and you can see this guy just slowly
Going crazy.
Going crazy.
Yeah.
And maybe it's because, I've dealt with some minor mental health issues, that maybe that's why it bothered me so much, because I do know what it's like to not feel like you're okay, to not feel like you're fine, to feel like you're losing a grip on things. So, but it was good. I mean, it is basically a creepy walking simulator. I'm not gonna glorify it any more than that, but it's worth a play, and it's only $30.
Yep. Jason from Facebook.
Range 15. Is that a movie?
Just trust me.
Just trust me.
Well, I mean, we listen to the people.
Yeah, I mean, I'll have to put it on the list. I mean, I remember the first time that I Spit on Your Grave was recommended to me by my cousin, and I wouldn't say the movie was scary, but it was one of the most twisted things I've ever seen.
So kind of continuing on with this whole spooky themed, we got a lot of spooky things. Haunted Tomb coming to Hearthstone.
Yeah.
It's kind of like I would like to say it's a spinoff of Magic: The Gathering with the whole fairy tale thing right now. I mean, even though the fairy tale thing isn't, what's the word? It's not really towards the spooky Halloween theme. It's just kind of like those children's stories.
But it fits, right?
Oh, for sure.
Because the Grimm's fairy tales, the original Grimm's fairy tales, they're kind of morbid.
Yep.
They're twisted. They're scary. I mean, Hansel and Gretel and Little Red Riding Hood and even Beauty and the Beast, Rapunzel, Sleeping Beauty, all these things. If you go back to the original, some of these are kind of dark. They're kind of twisted. So I don't know much about the Hearthstone thing because honestly, I'm not retired from Hearthstone, but I haven't played in a while.
Taking a long stint. So the thing with Hearthstone, just kind of checked out some of the cards. It's kind of got the Halloween vibe to it. It's got Halloween characters that kind of make them look like it. It's kind of a neat set. Like I said, I haven't dove too much into it. I just knew that it was getting released. A lot of drafts going on. Arena. Oh my god. Yawn.
Bro. You got to stop the yawning on the air, man.
It's so hard not to do because I don't know. Maybe it's just, I don't know. But haven't really done.
I mean, you were yawning in the middle of you talking.
Yeah, maybe I'm
It's not boring. Like I was talking and you're like, oh, he's so boring. I don't want to live.
Maybe I'm not as entertaining as I thought, guys. Maybe I should give up on this. Applications for new co-hosts will be posted tonight. But no, it was just like, it's kind of a neat thing. I haven't really dove into it. And, just kind of seeing all these places kind of doing the whole Halloween themed stuff is really cool. Kind of leading into Magic with Magic's new set. Everybody is drafting that. It is a big talk.
That set is insane.
It's got a ton of good cards. I've seen, not only have I seen people unbox just regular boxes where people are averaging 2 to 3 mythics per box.
They upped the mythic frequency in packs. I'm not sure. I think it used to be like 1 in 6. Yeah. I think it's 1 in 5 or 1 in 4.5, something like that now.
Yeah. And a famous streamer that I like to watch, Boogie2988, he does a lot of unboxings of Magic cards. He did like 2 boxes on stream plus a collector's.
Yeah, those boxes are expensive.
Well, he's doing just collector packs. He's just buying 1 pack, opening it. That's kind of like his send-off thing. But it was really, really cool because he said, on average right now when I'm buying boxes, I am getting tons of these foil rares, foil uncommons, tons of foils.
Well, that's what the collector's packs are, right? I feel that they are all in there. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Did you lose your train of thought?
A little bit. The collector's packs is what they are, right? I mean, they're all foil.
Yeah, but these are inside the booster boxes, like regular booster boxes. Tons of like foils, all out there.
I know that they did increase the foil rarity too.
Yeah,
they said I think it's now like 1 out of every 3 packs will have a foil.
Yeah, so he got a lot of these foils and whatnot, and these alternate arts that I'm seeing on these rares.
Now that is from the that's like a special pack or a special box that you get those alternate arts in.
Well, it comes in boxes. You can get them in the box, so they can be on rares. Like you're just opening up normal packs out of your rares. I think they only come on rares though.
Okay.
So it has to be a rare. Now you might be correct about the whole alternate arts. As far as that's a separate box.
I haven't. I know that they are selling this stuff now in like 3 different ways. Like you can get normal packs, you get these theme packs, you get these collector's packs, and I think the collector's packs are, I don't remember what they're crazy expensive though.
Yeah.
But I guess if you don't play a lot of standard, or if you have the money to spend, who cares? I kind of have ceased purchasing physical Magic cards. I feel that I get more money out of Arena.
You do. Well, and that's the thing. That's what I love so much, and I haven't really... It almost has made me want to dive back into Magic on Arena because of the fact that can you get the alternate arts on Arena?
I don't know.
So, the alternate arts, stuff like that.
I don't think so. They may do them as a promotion or something later, but no.
Well, I saw the one. It was a mythic. It was I can't remember his name, but he was the prankster.
Oko. Rankle.
Rankle, yeah, the prankster.
Rankle, the master of pranks or something.
Yeah.
His card is absolutely insane.
His card is busted.
It's not. It's really good.
Discard a card.
Well, it's balanced because all the
Yeah.
players have to.
Yeah, discard a card. Each player sacrifices a creature, and I think the other one's your opponent loses 3 life.
No, it's each player loses a life, and then you each draw a card.
Yeah, so I mean, it's a really good card.
You get to choose
Wh-
any
one-
number of those things. So you can pick one of those things, you can pick 2 of those things, or 3 of those things.
Yeah.
And I'm actually playing mono black in standard right now for the first time, and I can't even tell you because of another legendary creature that basically every time you play a black creature, your opponent loses a life and you gain a life, and you can sacrifice other black creatures to draw cards. So I don't want to go into too much of the nerd statistics on the magic stuff, but the set's very cool. It is fairy tale themed. So far as fairy tales I can confirm, Pinocchio, Beauty and the Beast,
James and the Giant Beanstalk.
Yep, James. Is it James? No, you're thinking of James and the Giant Peach.
No,
and Jack and the Beanstalk.
Jack and the Beanstalk.
Jack and the Beanstalk.
Got
definitely.
my J's mixed up.
Cinderella. There's several references to Cinderella. Sleeping Beauty, Snow White. They're all in there.
Is there a Bill Cosby card?
No.
Okay. So from Jason, we should do a FTT.
Flip the table.
Flip the.
That's his little realm of the internet.
Okay.
He streams board games, and I think he does a lot of Keyforge right now, which is a great game. But I haven't bought any more because I don't feel like I need to buy any more. Because you only have to have one deck, and then you can just keep playing.
There you go.
And I like that. You don't have to buy any more stuff. You just buy one deck, and you're like, this is the one I like, and then you just play.
Kind of, switching gears a little bit.
But Brawl, right? Brawl's coming to Arena. So
Which arena?
Arena Magic Arena. They're going to be doing Brawl. They're releasing Brawl decks soonish, and I really feel that if any medium was going to help Brawl become a format and become a thing, Arena is it, right? Commander's not on there at all, but a lot of people like the idea of playing Commander, but without having access to all of the old cards, Commander sucks.
It does.
It just does. Now, the new decks that they come out with are pretty cool, Commander-themed decks, but they're kind of expensive.
Oh, yeah, they come with a price.
There's what, $35, $40 retail, but they're, there's a lot of cool things.
You get your money value out of the cards that are in it.
But those cards are only able to be played in Legacy formats and in Commander, whereas the Brawl decks are standard legal cards, all of them. You can play those cards in any format you want. And I think that it's going to be a thing because Tiny Leaders tried to be a thing and it didn't. And so I think Brawl is going to be the thing. They have decks coming out, and I actually built a deck. It's not a Brawl deck, but I have a Dragon deck built around the one that's supposed to be like the Brawl guy, and it is insane. It's so much fun.
Yeah, I mean, there's tons of good things that you can set up, especially with all new formats coming to Magic.
Plus, a lot of the irritating cards are gone. I mean, there's still some irritating cards, but all of Dominaria is gone.
Yep.
Ixalan block is gone, so there's no more lame-ass Teferi drawing cards and slowing you down and doing that, and no more Vraska's Contempt. So a lot of the really solid cards now are less. You have to. It's like time to rethink. Time to rethink your strategy. So that's good. So if you were like, man, I've kind of thought about playing Magic, go check out Arena. It is free to play. It doesn't cost you $1. They will give you a bunch of stuff when you first sign up, and as if you are a member, they will send you codes and stuff every month through the mail for free packs. When new sets come out, they'll give you free things. They have free events that you can play. They're doing one. It's coming up soon. It's called Play Anything Standard. So you can make any deck you want to with all of the cards that are available on Arena, and if you do so well in this tournament, which is free, by the way, it costs nothing, you have a chance to win all of the cards that are on Arena.
That's pretty insane.
That's a really cool event, right? And it's free. It doesn't cost anything.
Yeah, I think with the whole movement of Magic moving to this online base, obviously there's still a little bit more to be done. It's great. It's great because, I mean, you're going to see Magic really start to hit that new age where everybody plays card games online. Why does Hearthstone do so well? Because it's online. Because and Magic has such a great system, in my opinion, where you're opening packs, you get benefits from opening packs.
Yes.
You may not get what you wanted out of that said pack.
Yep.
But well, I just got a mythic, whatever card I want.
Yeah, they just sent me a thing that was like, you opened up, I don't know, it's a lot of packs. And so as a result of that, because I had opened up so many packs as like a thank you throughout the beta, they sent me free card sleeves and a free avatar, and then they gave me a pack for 3 more packs of Throne of Eldraine. I've probably cracked open over the last week between limited events and whatnot, probably 150 packs of Throne of Eldraine.
Yeah.
And how much would that have cost me in real paper money? A lot, right?
Oh, for sure.
And I probably have only actually spent, because every time that a new set comes out, I purchase the largest gem bundle that you can. It's about $100, and that's about how much a box of Magic cards costs before tax. So in my head, I'm like, well, I'd get 1 box of cards, I'd get 36 rares, that's about it. I already have probably 2 and 3 of most of the rares from the set. I probably have pretty close to all of the mythics from the set, and I've only probably actually spent of that gem bundle maybe half, because I've been playing sealed. You know what my sealed record at Throne of Eldraine is right now? It's 21-6. I have won 21 games and lost 6. And you get packs and gems for that too.
For sure. And that's the thing. I mean, for most of the time, that's what I love about MTG. Right now, which I will play MTG over Hearthstone right now.
Yeah.
Not so much that, because both games are fun as all get out. I love them both.
Hearthstone is a great game.
It really set the foundation for card games, because now you need to have a system like Magic to where you get benefit for open the packs, you get the free. Oh, well, because how many times? Oh, new set comes out. Well, I need 4 of these rares because
there's pros and cons to each
one.
Each one. Hearthstone has the crafting system where you can disenchant your cards to craft new cards. However, the payoff from it is ass. It's terrible.
Oh, it's rad.
Magic has their own sort of thing. Now, you can't dust any of your cards. So if you get a card and you don't want it, tough shit. You got to keep it. It's you don't have to play with it, but you have to keep it. But after you've opened up 4 copies of any card, they're trying to revise this. They're not sure how, but you'll be able to work towards your vault progress. You have the potential to get more wild cards from your vault progress. But the wild cards themselves are kind of what make me like Arena, right?
Yeah.
Because if you open up a rare wild card, that means that instead of getting some rare that I don't want, or some rare that I don't need more copies of, the rare wild card is going to say, you know what, I can get any rare, not just from that set, but from standard. So if I didn't buy a lot of another set, but I have some wild cards saved up, I can go and just buy the cards I want.
So, I'm in between on this. So my personal feeling is having a vault system is great. No, don't get me wrong.
They need to revise it, because you know how many uncommon and common wild cards I have. And granted, I've crafted a lot of cards from Eldraine just to get those 3rd and 4th copies of stuff that I want. I probably have 150 of each.
Yeah.
I think at some point you should be able to trade those out.
I feel like now this will be a system to where now MTG would take personally a big hit on money wise is once you hit 4 of any card, like you said, you work towards the vault process and stuff like that. It just doesn't allow you to get it.
But that's just it. It doesn't.
Yeah.
The way that the system works is if you already have 4 of a rare or a mythic, because let's face it, those are the ones you're probably going to open up the least of. Then what it'll do is, if for some reason you actually have a whole set and they can't randomly generate you a card that you got, they'll give you gems back. It's not a lot. It's like 20 gems. Ask me how I know, because I have a lot of War of the Spark.
Yeah. I mean, there's a ton of options. I mean, but like I said, Hearthstone led the foundation. Magic kind of took the ball and ran with it, and Magic right now is thriving. I mean,
Magic had to up their game.
You had to. You can't.
Hearthstone was thrashing him. Hearthstone was making all of the digital money. Magic was making none. It was making 0.
Well, yeah, but here's the thing. I mean, with Hearthstone Hearthstone's played all around the world. I mean, there's world events for it. But you just saw, when beta was still going on with MTG, you saw the championship. The World Championship was played online.
Yeah,
which I think is
awesome.
What I think is great, because my opinion, games are faster. You don't have guys sitting there for 15, 20 minutes contemplating their life decisions. They put them on a timer.
It does, and it forces them to play.
Yeah.
It forces them to actually play the damn game instead of sitting there with their thumb up their ass.
Yeah.
And you're rewarded for fast play. Thanks,
Yeah.
Gary, for the like, man. I appreciate it. You're rewarded for fast play. And if your opponent wants to be a complete and total douche and just not finish the game, which actually does happen, well, eventually, as long as you have patience, they're going to time out and you're going to win.
Yeah.
And I've seen this happen even at like the platinum tier rank. I just don't understand this.
Yeah.
But I mean, Hearthstone is a great game. I'm not saying that it's not. I feel that they released the sets a little bit too quick on Hearthstone. That's my opinion. I've always felt that way. But if you've thought about playing Magic and you're like, man, I kind of would like to check that game out, go download it on your PC. It is free. It costs you nothing.
Yep.
And you get a whole bunch of decks for free.
Yep.
They're yours to keep. They give you a whole bunch of theme decks. They give you a one for each color pair that exists for the 10 guilds of Ravnica, and then they give you another 5 decks that are monocolored. Are they amazing? No. But will they get you some cards that way
They
you
get
can
you
kinda,
a lot of
it
them.
gets you a lot of stuff that you can start
It will get
messing with.
It will get you over my personal opinion of just playing overall. And it's the same thing with the the Brawl decks that are coming out. They're going to get you cards that are just standard staples.
Some of them, yeah.
100%. Like, you'll have almost half your deck in standard staples. Now, obviously, the rares aren't going to be there for you.
You're not getting all the dualies.
No, you're not.
You should just know that they're not going to give you all that.
No, but at the same time, you have a general basis of a deck to where you're not like, well, I need to find 40 cards.
Plus, it's hard when you first start playing. If you've never played before, you have no idea how to even make a deck.
No.
You might have a bunch of cool cards, but then you're like, what do I do with them?
No, what you're going to do, like everybody else does in today's age, is what is best deck
Ever.
MTG?
And they're going to tell you that right
Enter.
now it's currently Dance of Mance Esper Control. It's total cancer. It's just not fun to play against.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're done talking about Magic. Go check it out. If you want to play, you can find either one of us on there. Message us. We'll give you our username. We'll play some games.
Yep.
Give you some tips. I can't give you stuff. If I could, I would. But I'm not able to because it's just not the way that the game works.
Yep. Kind of moving topics as well. Staying on the video games. Red Dead Redemption finally announced that it will be released on PC coming soon.
Number 2?
The one that just came out.
Number 2.
Yeah, number 2.
Okay.
So Red Dead Redemption will be on PC.
That's exciting. I had not heard that.
Yes. So I have complaints about this game that doesn't involve the actual release. It's the same thing in GTA. People mod, people cheat the game, and it makes it unfun. I played online maybe the second, third week it came out.
And that's why I like Magic Arena. You can't cheat.
Yeah.
Your opponent can't cheat you at Magic Arena. If you go to Friday Night Magic, your opponent can cheat.
Yeah.
But back to Red Dead.
Yeah, so Red Dead played online, and
Why cheat though?
I played online. So this guy is clearly in front of me. He's not even moving. I shoot the guy 8-9 times in the chest with a shotgun, like really up close, like because I'm a griefer.
Sure.
And this guy lives. Like this guy just keeps.
He's
getting
still
up.
alive, huh?
He's still alive, and
It's like shooting Jason Voorhees out there.
I mean, he gets up, kills me. Like I'm like, okay, whatever. And then like you have people that like zoom around the map. They use like the mods to go faster and accelerate his speed, so you never hit them, and whatever. So it's just boring. Now, obviously, Red Dead Redemption, the story is great. Play the game.
Great story.
Do
game.
not get into Red Dead Redemption because it has online.
I have not finished the story. Heard nothing but great things about the story.
For sure.
The story parts that I played, I was like,
Yeah.
this is freaking amazing. I couldn't imagine when we were playing NES games and playing Atari and playing ColecoVision and playing old arcade games that games would get to the point where it was more complicated than Pac-Man eating dots or, Mario stomping on turtles. But now they have these, they're as big as movies.
Yeah. Kind of another cool...
Let's see, have you tried Mario Kart Mobile yet? Yes. And uninstall it off of your phone. I have an issue right now with Nintendo. Now, everyone knows me. I love Nintendo. I am a huge Nintendo nerd. I mean, I have all these Switch games. I have all these Amiibo things behind me. I have a bunch of retro consoles you can't see. But their share into the mobile game market has done nothing but infuriate me because they started off with something that I was okay with, and that was Mario Run. It was like pay $10 and you unlock it all. It had a demo you could play to try it out to see if it was worth it. And it's no different than Temple Run or whatever, only it's got a Mario skin on it. But you could pay $10 and you're done. There's no microtransactions. You have the whole game, and that's fine. I gave them $10 for it. It's a fun game. I am on like World 6 or 7, so I actually have played it. Other people might not. Their next foray into mobile gaming was Fire Emblem Heroes, and they incorporated loot boxes into it. It's free to download.
But you love loot boxes.
I love loot boxes, and the game itself is not a bad game, but the loot boxes make it But it's also one of the worst selling games for them. Like, they haven't made hardly any money on it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that's not true. They've made money on that one. They haven't made that much money on Mario Run. Then they tried Degalia Lost. That made even less money. Exactly. That's why no one's heard of it. It made even less money than Mario Run. And then they had Dr. Mario World Tour or whatever.
That's a good one.
And I'm okay with that, but again, the microtransactions are annoying, but it's no different than Candy Crush, and if you know that that's what you're getting into, fine. Which brings me to Mario Kart. To Mario Kart World. Loot boxes.
Love it.
So you can give them money.
Love it.
And you can get loot boxes.
Love it even more.
Then your loot box may have a character that you can drive in your kart, right? And some of the best and more popular characters, such as, Mario, Baby Mario, Bowser, Peach.
So who do you drive as?
You start out with, like, Toad or whoever they give you. I don't know.
Fuck Toad.
You have, like, a 1% chance to get some of the better characters, like the more well-known characters, or at least the cool ones, out of one of these loot boxes. 1%. And I forget what it broke down. This other guy, I follow him on YouTube. He does a much better job of analyzing this. Basically, it's garbage. So they found the things that worked, and then they just kept giving you more loot boxes. There's actually 2 forms of loot boxes in the game. They found a way to get you twice. So they got it for the characters, they've got it for the courses, and then they also have a subscription fee. Plus, the game, like, no offense to anyone who's actually enjoying the game's not that good. It's just not that much fun. And I think part of it is because I don't think that they have the tilt controls in it. Like, if I could play and tilt my phone, it'd probably be better, but it just irritates me. So yes, I had played Mario Kart Mobile, and as soon as I saw, if I want to play as Mario or Dry Bones, I have to keep getting these loot boxes, and and some of the characters, it's like 0.3% chance.
So, viewers at home.
Yeah.
I'm disappointed now because I haven't even downloaded the game. There's a lot of hype towards it.
Yeah, there's a lot of hype. So if you like spending your hard-earned money, you can subscribe, and you can give them, I don't remember what it was per month.
$1,000
to get more stuff. You get a potential to get more stuff.
So
would you rather give them $20 a year or a month or what? It might be $10. So I can give them $10 a month to play Mario Kart Mobile. And if you're into Mario Kart, that's sweet. But why would you do that when you can just go and buy Mario Kart for your Switch and you can play it? Because you could keep taking that $10 that you give them per month. Oh, but we're not done, right? For $20, I can get...
But wait, there's more, Billy Mays.
For $20, I can get Nintendo Online service for the whole year. And I can play NES games and SNES games on my Switch. So I guess the point of the story is if you are only a mobile game Nintendo fan, they will fuck you. They will fuck you out of all of your money because they know that you don't have a Switch. So go buy a Switch and stop giving them money for that. So yes, I've tried it. To answer your question, I have tried it, and I'm not a fan. I am not a fan of the loot box system.
This is awkward, but obviously, when the game first launched, tons of people downloaded the game, servers crashing and everything like that. Nintendo got it back up, running, and then it just lagged the whole time. It was like WoW Classic on crack.
Jason says it's $5 or whatever, that's fine.
But at the same time, I see all these comments, and like obviously these people just don't care, and they're not nerds like us that care about these microtransactions.
I have a lot of disposable income too. I'm not putting it on a mobile game. When I was giving money to a mobile game, it was Hearthstone that I could play on my PC, I could play on my tablet, I could play on my phone.
Transferred everywhere.
And my cards are still there. Now, they might not be whatever legal anymore, but they're still there. I didn't lose them.
Yeah.
I'm not giving you money for these gems to potentially open up a loot box. I know opening packs is like loot boxes.
It's not.
It felt different to me. I don't know. It felt less like I was getting taken advantage of.
Well, I mean, I guess you can make the same argument, oh, well, I got to open up loot boxes to get the better guys. I got to open up packs to get the better cards. It's not the same, in my personal opinion. I'm with you on that.
Eventually, even in the terrible Hearthstone conversion system, you could take the cards that you're opening that you didn't want, and eventually
trash them.
You could trash them to get the cards that you did want.
Yep.
Was the conversion rate great? No, but you could.
Yep.
In these other games where you have these gem money transaction things, there's no possible way for you to get the thing you want unless you keep giving them money.
Yep. Talking about painful transactions, let's talk about GameStop no longer selling their store.
No, I love GameStop. Whew.
Anybody that has watched the past podcast, we know that he has a love relationship with GameStop. And what I mean by love is if, you found your wife cheating on you and you wanted to beat up the boyfriend that she has now. That's pretty much what he has with GameStop. It's his wife and she just cheated on him.
I feel like GameStop has cheated on me.
Yeah.
And it makes me so angry because of the way that the store used to make you feel when you go into it. And the one that's out near us that I frequent, I can't even say that anymore. I go there when I have to. I wouldn't say that I frequent. They have remodeled it inside. I'm not sure if they're making room for all of the new stuff that they're talking about doing, but it does have nice new floors. It looks like they got rid of at least a couple of the staff members that I couldn't stand. But the one guy's still there, and he's always been cool. The store does look very neat and organized, and it was clean.
For once.
They're starting to sell a lot more t-shirts at that one. But I will say that the store overall, whoever came in and redesigned the layout of that store, even if it's only temporary, I hate to say it, but they did a really good job. It looks really, really nice inside, and I would go and actually take pictures, but I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to do stuff like that. A lot of stores don't like it when you go in and take pictures of their stores, but it does look really nice inside, and I hate to admit that. The atmosphere seemed a little bit better. I didn't feel that the people behind the register were nearly as pushy or as judgy as they had been. And I will reiterate the point, judgy, it's my money. Let me spend it on whatever I want to. Stop trying to talk me out of it.
Some lady called him fat.
Oh, I don't care about that.
I'm just kidding. Yeah, so, speaking of GameStop, and, the only reason why we're talking about this topic is because of the also legendary remastered GameStop exclusive. You can't really see it, but it's Ghostbusters.
It's Ghostbusters, the remastered version game or whatever. I'm gonna try and get the glare off of it. Okay, so why the game itself is not a GameStop exclusive. You can go download it from PlayStation, Xbox, I believe PC, and Switch. You can get a digital copy and you're set. If you want a physical copy, like I do with every Nintendo game that I buy, you have to go to GameStop. They have the exclusivity rights of all the physical copies. So if you want a physical disc for PlayStation or Xbox or a cartridge for Switch, you got to go to them and get it. Now, the game was only $30, but it hurt my soul to give them $30.
You paid $30 for a game that came out on PS3?
10 years ago.
10 years ago?
It came out in 2009.
But
it doesn't matter. The game, the whole Ghostbusters franchise is celebrating its 35th anniversary this year.
So you gave him $30.
Well, believe me, it pained my soul.
No, it didn't. He goes into that store now. He's like, "Wow, Karen, can't wait to speak to your manager because I love this store."
I love. Can
I please write a comment?
GameStop so much, but hey, on the plus side, they have an amiibo section again. You know who wasn't there? King Dedede, so they can suck it. Anyway.
So, kind of random. I've been thinking about this. Because what if people don't know what Monster Squad?
Monster Squad?
Yeah.
It's from the 80s. It's possible.
Yeah. So if you don't know if you're wondering about the title, Wolfman's Got Nards, there's a kid named Horace, and there's these bullies that call him Fat Kid.
Fat Kid.
And so pretty much they're in this house, and I'm not going to spoil the movie for you.
The movie is awesome.
It's hilarious. It's funny. It's good. Kind of reminds me of a little bit of like a Stranger Things kids type
kind
movie.
Of Goonies.
Yeah, Goonies and everything like that. But basically, they're sitting in this treehouse and they're like, "Man, Wolfman doesn't have balls or nards." They call them nards.
He calls them nards.
Yeah.
They don't refer to it as. But there was also a lot of homophobia in the 80s, right? So if you are offended by that culture of the 80s, just
avoid the movie.
Just be aware
Yeah,
that
it's there.
it was cool to call your friends the F word.
Yeah.
Back in the day, I just I look at it as a time of the culture, and I don't agree with it. I didn't agree with it then. I don't agree with it now. But just to be aware, so you don't go home and go, man, I watched this movie and there was a lot of gay bashing going on in that movie. No, we are not.
Viewer discretion.
We are not advising that. I'm just saying it was the 80s.
Yeah.
And it wasn't really a good thing to do even then, but it happened.
So basically, they're in this house. They're running around from Wolfman, and Horace is trapped. And he kicks Wolfman straight in the nards.
He says, "Did you buy the protection plan on my game?" No, but they tried to sell it to me for another $3.
Yeah. So
and they tried to get me to renew my GameStop membership. And I'm gonna let you finish your Nards story in a second. In fact, you're gonna have to restart. He actually looked at me and goes, "So your membership thing expired." He's like, "You've saved $75 last year." And I'm thinking, I don't remember even shopping here that much, but okay. He's like, "Do you want to renew it? It's like $15. And I was like, "Aren't you guys going out of business soon?" I said, "What kind of insurance policy do I get if I give you the $15 and then you close down? Do I get part of my money back?"
No,
and he
you
goes,
get none of it.
He goes, "No, we're going to keep that." But then he looked really sad when I said that you guys are probably going to go out of business because I think he genuinely likes what he does.
He's like,
so then it made me feel like a complete and total douche. But
it's going to turn into my mom's going to be
anyway.
pissed.
So rewinding back to Monster Squad, so they're in the house.
Kicks Wolfman straight in the private area, and they scream out, "Wolfman's got nards."
Because Wolfman went down.
Yeah.
Right.
And my favorite line of the whole movie is when he has the shotgun, and I think he kills like that fish-looking dude. I can't remember what it was, but he shoots a shotgun and saves these two bullies that have been calling him Fat Kid, and he just sitting there with his shotgun. And he's like, "My name is not Fat Kid, it's Horace," and he like pumps the shotgun like he's some war hero.
Yeah.
So great movie. Go check it out, Monster Squad.
I think my favorite character in the movie is old scary German guy.
Oh.
I don't know, but something about that guy just screamed pedophile the whole time I'm watching the movie. Yeah.
Like, yeah.
He's totally the dude Herbert
the pervert
from Family Guy, only he doesn't talk like that.
Yeah.
Because he just like, I mean, I'm not saying that he was pedophile. He just kind of gives you that vibe of, why is this old dude hanging out with a bunch of kids?
But if he had a creepy van and said free candy, it fit the MO. Another thing that's kind of coming out, some more releases, Walking Dead Season 10, coming out, I believe this Sunday.
I won't lie to you, I can't believe the show is still on TV.
They need it's kind of like a...
I heard that the last season was actually pretty good.
I just don't know how they end it. And, I mean, it's going to be one of those things where...
Well, they ended the comics finally.
Yeah. But how did it end?
How did the comics end? I'll tell you at the show for people who actually might still be reading them.
Okay. So... but yeah, Walking Dead Season 10, kind of getting released. I feel like, and I kind of worry about this show, it's one of those things, such a good show, so much to it, and they're going to try to milk this thing until there's not one soul watching this.
Well, I mean, they're only in the Whisperer storyline in the TV show, and that's happened a long time ago in the comics. And I don't think there was a lot of major other stories after the Whisperers, but I don't feel like there's that much more.
Yeah.
They might have another season or two left, maybe. But honestly, in the comics, I sort of lost interest after the Whisperers, and on the TV show, I lost interest after the war with Negan.
Yep.
So I haven't watched in a couple of seasons, and bad Kevin, because I know that it's probably still a pretty good show. But the only thing that Norman Reedus is doing that I'm even remotely looking forward to is Death Standing.
Yep. Kind of another famous actor, Ryan Reynolds. New York City Comic Con. I think they played the trailer today for Free Guy, where Ryan Reynolds is the star of the show, and he is stuck in a video game. Nothing says Jumanji like that.
What, aren't they coming out with a Jumanji the video game?
Yeah.
Is The Rock's voice in it? And Jack Black's? And Kevin Hart? Because if it is, I'm totally going to buy that.
Yeah. I mean, we already knew about Kevin Hart's back. He's been carrying the team for too long.
Is he doing better? Has anyone heard about him?
Yeah, he's back home for sure. They've already said that he's in just intensive recovery. Like, just intensive physical therapy, kind of getting himself back to 100%. And that's what they said with this whole fusion bone whatever that they did on him, that he will be back to 100%. There will be no problems.
I like that guy
whatsoever.
He's a funny guy. I like that guy.
Yeah, I mean, there's tons of stuff. Another thing kind of about loot boxes that kind of cracks me up is we were just talking about it, and with Mario Kart, FIFA 2020. Anybody that plays that game, and if you are from Belgium and you are watching us, they have officially banned loot boxes from the game over a controversy that's going on.
Sorry, I feel like I'm about to sneeze, but I'm good.
You sure?
I think I'm having like an allergy attack of some kind. I'm not sure.
I'm just handsome.
But maybe that's what it is.
When you're too handsome, you get nervous, and and when I get nervous, I sneeze.
So FIFA, Belgium.
Yeah. There's a controversy. I didn't read too much into it. It was just a controversy that has officially banned loot boxes.
Good. Good.
Could be a gambling reason. Could be anything.
I'm okay with that. For a lot of the same reasons I've always been okay with it. If you can't earn the loot boxes by playing the game, if the only way that you can earn them is by playing the game, I'm fine with it. But at any point when it's give us money for something that might be potentially cool inside, I have a problem with that.
Yep. So, all right. Well, we're coming to my favorite part of the show. I always love it.
Which is which part is that?
Rapid fire questions.
Rapid fire. They're not really that rapid, but we should just call it random question time.
Fine.
Okay.
You
random question time.
We'll put it up at the board.
Okay. I got the little countdown timer, and I think that we should start using that for it, like they do on the ESPN. Where they do they talk about the topics or whatever, and they only have like X amount of time to do it. I think I'm gonna start putting the timer up on the clock.
Okay.
Maybe next week. Anyway, so what's the topics?
You pick them.
All right, Halloween time. Favorite Halloween memory?
Favorite Halloween memory was probably going as Obi-Wan. Now this one Obi-Wan was like episode 2, so this one episode 2 dropped.
Yeah, Attack of the Clones, y'all.
So I was super young, and my parents have a picture of me, my brother, and my sister, and
I remember that.
My parents can't tell which one is which. But even though we have separate eye colors, but being Obi-Wan for sure.
Those robes were sweet though.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they were really heavy, but they were sweet.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they looked just like. I mean, considering that my mom made them, I mean, they look pretty darn good. I thought.
Yeah.
We'll have to find the pictures of those.
Yeah, we have a ton. Favorite memory with me. Ooh.
Me and you.
Yeah. See how much he cares, guys.
I would honestly say that one of my favorite memories of you is when we first started playing Magic, like one of the first Magic events that we went to.
Oh, the hype.
And I wanna say it was no, actually one of the first Magic events we ever went to was like a two-headed giant thing, and because you weren't real comfortable with the rules, so we went. By the end of the day, I felt like you had a much firmer grasp of what was going on, and I feel like that was a really good time. I feel like that was a lot of fun. Instead of saying, "Hey, I just taught you how to play this game. Now we're gonna go and be away from each other." Yeah. No, it was fun.
Yeah.
I'd say pretty much the times that we were playing Magic have been some of my favorite.
I would say I have 2. So obviously, the picture that we have, the throwback that we're gonna be recreating.
Yeah, that thing is pretty much awesome.
Now it's probably the best one was, I can't remember what set it was. It was a pre-release. So we played the midnight release.
Yeah.
At one store.
It was one of the Innistrad sets.
Yeah. So we grinded. I mean, we both did well. We started out hot.
Yeah.
We started out hot. We kind of slowed down as the night went on, but then I was like, well, I got to go to work at 5:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
So I pretty much came home. He dropped me off. Like, we got food, came home, dropped me off. I pretty much got to work at 5:30, barely. And I was like, okay, well, the next event is at 2:30. So I was getting off at 2, and this was easily a 30-minute drive.
Oh, every bit.
So I've already been up for like 24 hours almost. So I'm like, all right, I'll be there. So I go there. We play two-headed giant, and I'm pretty much done. I'm like passed out in the chair, and he's just pretty much playing
I'm
my deck for
I'm
me.
basically playing both decks at that point.
And the best memory of it all was I unboxed the dragon that if 6 or more creatures were on the battlefield, destroy all creatures until you have
That was
under 6.
I'm sorry, no, that was Tarkir.
Yeah, it was. So I pretty much had that dragon. We played it. We ended up winning the match because they went all out, and we were down low. I mean, it was not.
We were next turn lethal.
Yeah, like
we have no prayer of winning.
Yeah, so we play that card and we take over the board state, and we eventually, long term, they could never get anything back off of our dragons because now we started playing dragons from flyers. In any kind of sealed event is OP. And so that's definitely probably the best memory, because we actually placed pretty well, and we won with a lot of decks that were pretty cheeks. I ain't gonna lie.
Any of the two-headed giant events that you and I have played in, honestly, any of the two-headed giant events that I've played in, I've always done well.
Yeah.
But when you actually started getting a knack for the game and figuring it out, I still feel that we never let ego come in and basically be like, well, I'm the leader of the team, so I'm making the decisions.
No.
Because it's a team thing. You have to play together, you have to make decisions together. But, there was a lot of times when I had an idea, and then he came in, and he's like, we should maybe try this. And I'm like, you know what? Let's try that. And it worked. So,
yeah. Well, the nice thing is you're a control player. As much as you hate to say it, you're a control player. And I'm an aggressive, beat your face in. Like, I'm a full-on... I'm going all out. Like, if this plan doesn't work, I'm losing the game.
He's not like a mono red player who would.
No, it's
me.
just get all my guys down and swing.
I want creatures. I want to hit you in the face as much as I can.
Yeah, full swing.
Full swing. Every turn is turn them bitches sideways and get some damage in,
yeah.
Right? But it's not. He doesn't play mono red.
No.
I just don't think that. It's not that he doesn't have the brain power for it, because you could bang 2 spoons together and play mono red.
Yeah.
It's just not his thing. He wants a little bit of tricks. He wants a little bit of some. Oh, you didn't see that coming, did you? And then you're dead, like Mardu.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've liked the two-headed giant events.
For sure, they're
those
fun.
Have been a lot of fun. I wish they had something like that on Arena. I think that would be a good time.
So it's your question now.
My question.
Your question to me.
So we're gonna be recreating the picture.
The
legendary, probably one of the first pictures of you and I together. So when it was during the funerals, the last couple of funerals we went to, they've tried to put pictures up, and then that was when I realized I'm not in any pictures. Like, there's no pictures of me with my mom, my grandma, my dad, my nephews, no one. And it's not that I don't hang out with these people. It's not that I don't love these people. It's not that
take pictures.
I'm just not in any pictures.
Yeah.
You're in way more pictures than I am.
Well, I am now. I think once it was like when Instagram was kind of, I was like, man, like I see all these people in like pictures. I want to be that guy. I want to be in pictures.
I take pictures of stuff.
Yeah, that's my thing.
And I take pictures of other people. I mean, I don't have a lot, but I'm not really a picture guy, right? Like, I've never been one of a person who takes a lot of pictures of other people. I mean, I like them, but I don't even really have a lot of pictures of my mom or my grandma or even you guys. Like, I don't even really have a lot of pictures of you guys. So every now and then I get one, and this legendary picture is the one that we're talking about. How old do you think you were in that picture? 5? 4?
Maybe 6.
Maybe 6? Because I was maybe 19.
Yeah. Really? You were that young?
I couldn't have been that old. I was only 18 or 19. I had to have been. So you had to only have been 4 or 5.
We'll have to see. We'll have to find the.
We'll have to go. I can find the original, but that's one of my favorite, I think, memories that I remember. Playing with you. That, and we have a lot of good memories. Sitting around playing in the basement, playing PC games with your dad and stuff, and you
Magic.
being like half asleep, and Magic, board games, playing Dark Souls. That was a lot of fun. He's like my guy that I play games with, and I can get this guy to play almost any game that comes
I'll
out.
try it.
He'll try it. He may not like it, but he'll try it.
I'll grind it for the night, yeah.
All right, top 3...
Anime materials? I'm just
kidding. No. Top 3 slasher movies of all time.
Slasher?
For you.
Freddy Krueger. I mean, it's the common ones. Freddy Krueger. I mean, Scream's a good one. I mean... Friday the 13th. I mean, Michael Myers, like Halloween, like
that's like more than you got your top 3.
I mean, Halloween definitely. Halloween was like one of the first.
The OG or the new ones?
I don't remember. It was like kind of. It wasn't like too old of a movie.
What was the first scary movie you remember seeing?
First scary movie?
Like that you actually were like, holy shit, this is scary.
Halloween was the first horror movie that I can remember off the top of my head, that I probably first saw. That was like no parents around. It was like me and my brother. We each watched Halloween.
What was the first horror movie you went to the theater and seen?
Probably Insidious. Insidious, yeah.
Okay.
Insidious was scary as all get out. Like, it was for a PG-13 movie. That's a very scary movie.
That's PG-13. I thought it was R.
No, PG-13
I'm
like
thinking of the other one, the Conjuring movies. Those are rated R.
Well, the last Key or whatever was rated R. Like the last two Insidious movies were, but the first two, yeah, they were just PG-13.
Okay, so I asked you like a bunch of questions there. So it's your turn for question time.
What is your most prized possession? Yes, I got you on that one.
My most prized possession is probably my Magic collection.
Yeah, and as you guys can see, like, kind of where I'm pointing, there we go. Yeah, like that black little thing that has like a Magic logo. You can't really see it. Has all your like top memories of Magic. Really.
Yeah, it's like it's memories from some of my tournament appearances when I played a lot more. I've met a lot of really good people playing Magic.
Yeah,
I've had a lot of fun playing Magic.
Yep.
And I don't play a lot of paper Magic now, which is kind of a shame.
It don't matter with Magic MTG Online. Like, it's all about being online now.
But I still would say, yeah, my most prized possession, and it's not necessarily just because of the value. My collection is semi-valuable.
It's the value right here.
But it's a lot of the memories and stuff. I mean, I hung out with your dad. He and I learned how to play together. I taught you guys all how to play. I've played Magic with almost every person in my family at some point. I've played Magic with almost all of my friends. It's the reason why I have some of the friends that I have.
Yeah.
And even though we don't play a lot of Magic anymore, I know that if I was like, guys, grab your old decks, we're going to sit down, we're going to play some Commander today or whatever, they would be there in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
And that, even though they're not like huge Magic people, and it's not that, I think that it's not that they're tired of the game either, it's just, why keep throwing money at something that you're not doing right now?
Yep.
So, but if I was like, guys, we're going to start making Magic, once a month again, they would be there. I know that they would be there in a heartbeat. I know they would be there.
All right, one more question for you, because you asked me to. What is your favorite thing to do during Halloween?
Scare little kids.
Okay. There you go. That's it. That's all I need.
Yeah, I like to scare little kids.
All right.
However I can do that.
I mean, it don't matter. We got to get it done. It's not that bad, though, because, I mean, I don't know. You see all these, like, American funny videos, like, of people scaring their kids no matter what time of year it is, so it's all good. Nobody's going to judge you for that one.
There's sort of, like, an inside joke where everyone's like, you hate kids. I don't hate kids. I just don't care much for most kids.
Yeah.
I'm turning into, like, that old man, right?
I'm telling you, you're going to be the guy that, like, a ball lands in your yard and you just walk outside and just pop it with a knife right in front of him.
It's like those kids at the mall the one time, right? So this is back when I worked at the mall. I worked in Spencer's, which is, like, the most juvenile place that you can work in. So I'm working at Spencer's, and there was these kids that were across. They weren't even, like, in front of my store. They were across the way in front of another store, and they were all playing hacky sack. And I had this thought of, don't these effing kids have anything better to do on a Saturday than play hacky sack? Like, I wanted to yell at them and tell them to go get a job and cut their hair. And that's when I started realizing that I'm getting old.
Yeah. Well, I mean, all right.
So, what are you streaming these days? What are you been playing?
So, Fortnite. I'm kind of patiently waiting for season 11. It's going to be announced soon. Okay. All the stuff that's coming out.
Did you get Batman when that came out?
I did.
Okay.
I got the Naruto run too. I'm like,
I wish I liked that game. I wish I liked any game as much as you liked that game.
Yeah. So, waiting for season 11, waiting for the changes to see what's going to happen, see if they're going to fix the game a little bit, because it's in a negative state, as far as just overall community
I heard a lot of people don't like the robots.
Yes, it's right now the community state is very negative towards the game, which is totally
Are
normal.
the robots helping people who suck win more
Yes,
games?
yes, they're very busted.
Are they unfair?
Yes,
Okay.
so they've toned them down, but they're still very annoying.
For those who don't know, they added this thing in the game where you can. I'm not sure how you get it, but you can summon this robot thing, and it's like a big hulking thing with machine guns and stuff, and it will fight for you, and they're almost impossible to kill.
Yeah.
And it's to help people who are not winning or who don't win often, or
It gives them
it's like
way
a
better.
handicap.
It gives them it gives them a way better chance. Like I said, it came into the competitive scene, and a lot of people kind of like did a gentleman's agreement that hey, we're not going to use these. We're just going to destruct them when they become on the map, which is totally fine.
Now, do they spawn randomly?
They do. They spawn around the map. They will spawn always inside the circle.
So do they take the people who are winning?
So
and they just shoot at those guys?
So what it does is essentially this, like, so it spawns on the map. You can run up to it. You can drive it. You can, it's great for mobility as far as oh well, I'm really far out of the storm. I can just pretty much launch myself.
So
really
what's to
far.
keep a player who's already pretty good at the game from getting
Nothing.
Okay.
So it's not like oh well I'm at this certain level I get the robot. Anybody can get the robot. It's just it destroys structures. What it used to do is it used to basically you do this stomp, and it would have you farm materials. Where a normal person, if you were sitting there farming materials, it'd take you a while. With this, you could destroy buildings and just get tons and tons of materials for building, and you were just OP when it came to the last game fight. And the damage it was doing is insane.
So
you couldn't kill it.
Maybe they should take it out of the competitive scene.
So right now, season 11, that's what everybody's kind of waiting for, because really, I'm not saying Fortnite is dying, but if Fortnite keeps going in the ways that they're going,
no, they make so much money.
If they keep going in the ways that they are going, you're seeing a lot of pro players take breaks right now from it. They're playing WoW, they're playing other games because of how frustrated they are with the game. Like they're getting on there and getting so frustrated and so tilted towards the game that they don't want to practice, which is never good.
I think that it's good that people branch out and do other things, but it is really upsetting when the game that you really enjoy playing that
You're getting paid to play.
Well, some of those guys are. We're not. But when it makes it to where it's not even fun to play anymore.
Yeah. And another game that I'm streaming is League, which I've totally taken a new perspective on League this season. Just not getting so tilted because I'd be the angriest mofo after playing a game of League.
The only thing I didn't like about that game, honestly, was how long it took to play a game.
How long it took you to play.
It takes a long time to play a game.
And it's a high skill gap. I mean, you constantly are learning.
It's a huge gap. So, like, me, who's never played, if I download the game and I start playing a game, I'm going to get completely wrecked. Completely wrecked. I can go watch strats and everything. That's not going to matter.
Yeah.
Because, one, I'm not familiar with all the controls.
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with any of the characters, and it's just one of those games that if you have just now started, it's really hard to get into.
So, with the whole RTS, wow, I don't know why they're there. So, the whole RTS thing, you can get the general concept of League pretty fast. But what a lot of people do, and they make the mistake when they're new players, they'll get the double XP, because you have to be a certain level to play ranked. And it's pretty high. It takes a while. Like, you're not getting it in a week. Even if you were grinding 10 hours, 12 hours every day, you're not getting it. Even with double XP on. So people would pretty much boost their account by using these double XPs. So you haven't really quite learned the game. And that's what League tries to do, is that they try to teach you the game. And the over time of getting to the rank play will teach you the game. And, the main concept of the game. Now, as far as pushing it to next level when you're playing ranked and climbing the rank ladder, it's totally, that's a skill gap. But I don't know. I've been playing a lot of League, not getting so toxic because it's up there in the most toxic communities in gaming. But just having fun with that. I've been having fun streaming that. A lot of people are really receptive to it, and it's been good.
Yeah, I've skipped all those streams. It's
a boring thing to watch. It's a boring thing to watch if you don't play it.
I think it's boring.
Yeah.
Mostly because of how long the game takes.
Oh yeah.
At least when you're playing Fortnite, I know that this game is probably going to be over in like 5 to 10 minutes.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Jesus,
man, this is like the third time.
Is it like a medical? Anybody get on WebMD? Am I dying?
It's just when you're here, you only yawn on the show.
I don't know.
I've actually gotten grievances about your yawning. You're gonna need to go drink like a Monster or a shot.
It's not. I'm tired. That's the thing.
It gets you a shot of pow or kapow or bang or whatever. No, I've been trying the Elder Scrolls. I wasn't sure which one I'd want to play, but since they had a sale, I got it for both systems because I'm an idiot, and I've been playing it on PC. I like the controls better on PC, but I like the combat better on the PlayStation.
Yep. All right.
So if anyone's playing that or knows anything about that game, come find me.
Find me, please.
And we can play.
Dr. Bias. Bro, that's a really nice shirt you got on. I know. I got it from this famous guy's closet. He's a professional surgeon. Appreciate it a lot, man. You know what also looks really nice? Subscriptions. So if you have Twitch Prime, link your Amazon Prime account. You get Twitch Prime for free. You get a free subscription to your favorite streamer. Dr. Bias, I challenge you to sub.
I challenge you to sub.
So I'm gonna put you on a timer. 2 minutes. Get your credit card out. I know you got one.
Well, anybody that's watching the live or the after, if you're not following either one of us and you're in our respective media platforms, why?
Why?
Why not?
Are we not good enough? Think you're better than me?
I mean, I will yawn less than him, but I have been guilty of yawning on my streams. But it's usually when it's late and I'm tired and I've been going for 2 or 3 hours and I'm just like, oh.
Well, I stream at nighttime, so I do all my sleeping during the day.
You're a vampire.
I'm like a vampire.
Only you don't suck.
I'm not as handsome.
You see what I did there?
I did.
That was a reverse compliment.
That's why we're a team.
I got to figure out what's going on with these allergies right now.
Take that shirt off on stream and I'll sub. All right, well, you got to do it for the viewers. So, I can't. That's against TOS.
Actually, it is.
On both platforms?
On both. The other thing we found out, you cannot drink alcohol.
I can.
I cannot. I cannot smoke / vape / chewing tobacco / hookah, nothing like that. Can't do none of that.
Hookah to buka?
Obviously, you can't do you can't do drugs on the air either. You can't smoke a joint.
Twitch did not give a boo.
YouTube and the thing is I don't think that Facebook cares. But if someone watching your stream is like, I'm offended by that, and then they go and tell Facebook,
they're like,
you're shut off. So yeah. There's a lot of things that I can't do, and some of them make the common sense, like no hate speech, right? No
toxicity.
No nudity. No promoting violence against women or children or anyone for that matter. And I'm sorry, if you have to actually explicitly state this in your terms of service, I find that wrong. That means that other people are doing this, and what the fuck is wrong with you?
Well, it's just like on gas cans, like do not ingest gas. They had to put that label on there because somebody did.
Someone drank it.
So
it irritates me that is the type of society that we live in, where there's not a large number of people that do it, but there's a large enough populace of people that do it, and they know that hatred has the loudest voice.
Yep.
And that's all you need to do. Why would you get on a media platform like this, playing games and stuff, and promote racism, bigotry, hatred against women, hatred against gay people, transgenders?
I'm gonna tell you why.
Yeah, why would you do that?
I'm gonna tell you. I have the answer. Because America. I'm just kidding.
No.
But besides all points, everything like that, you guys crack me up with the whole viewer thing because it's not something that I care about. But every time we're about to close out the show,
we get a new viewer.
I get swarmed.
Yeah, it's like we've been on the air for like an hour.
I've been talking to this wall in front of me.
Yeah. And notice my blood spatters behind me.
I tell you every week, guys. 4:00 Eastern time, Sunday.
It's the second week we've done it. You guys are forgiven. But this is going to be our new time permanently.
You're not forgiven.
It's 4:00 on Sundays.
But
assuming that no crises or emergencies come, 4:00 on Sundays.
But guys, if you missed the streams or you're just tuning in, you want to watch it. The replay broadcast will be on his Facebook at Nicholas Plays Games, which is right there.
It's right there.
And then mine's right here. You can watch it on Twitch.
Right there.
So,
And we're on YouTube.
and YouTube, Those Two Nerds podcast. You will see two little kids. That is not us.
That is not us.
They don't even look like us. We are.
They are girls, and we are not.
Don't assume my gender.
And
Not
they're
on
also
stream.
really young.
I mean, I don't look 12.
But yeah, you can find us on YouTube. We're going to start promoting the YouTube page a little bit more.
Ads are coming out, guys. So we're gonna be
Ads-
spamming you.
Yeah, that's like, so we're talking about future stuff.
Newsletters.
This guy is going to be coming out with some advertisement stuff that we can use. Not like, we're not going to be spamming your ads like
We
on
won't.
YouTube. But, you know, we're going to be posting some stuff on our own
Every
social
day.
media accounts. And some things like that. We are going to be promoting the YouTube thing, but at the moment we are going to be doing. I think we're going to just continue to dual stream. The one guy's like, "Oh, well, you should use YouTube," and I'm like,
You're not the boss of us.
I kind of like that it's on my gaming page.
Yeah.
For me, it's like that's where I'm at. I'm on Instagram for pictures and stuff, and I'm on Facebook Gaming for gaming. And while this is not all gaming,
It's about it.
it covers it, and it gives me more content. It gives me more stuff to do. Speaking of content and things out there, they're probably not watching, but my friend, he played in basically what is the equivalency of like a regionals type event in Star Wars Destiny. That's that dice card game. He top 8'd yesterday.
TA baby.
He got smoked in the last round, but he top 8'd. Now, the reason that this is such a big deal for him is he hates people, he hates being outside, and he hates having to interact with anyone.
Sounds
So
like
he
me.
actually went to a tournament all by himself, and I mean he knows some of the other guys that were playing, so it's not like he was completely alone. But I mean he went up there and he smoked some of them.
Gave
I mean,
him a little smack.
he was playing some Kylo Ren, Ray deck. I'm not sure how that even works, but it looked cool. I saw the deck list. And he top 8'd, and then he got beat by some deck that had Ewoks in it, which is sweet. When you can play a game and completely trounce your opponent with Ewoks, that is awesome. But anyway, congratulations on your top 8, man. I saw some of the stuff that you got. It looks pretty sweet. Congratulations to all the people from Beyond the Board and some other places that went and played this this regional event thing and made a showing up wherever it was at. It was not in Columbus. It was somewhere else. So congratulations to all you guys for representing Seatown. Seatown.
All right. Thank you guys all so much. As we're gonna part ways, and maybe go get a taco.
Yeah, tacos. What are you doing right now? Do you have plans?
I'm currently sitting.
Do you have plans for the evening?
Hell in the Cell WWE.
Oh, what
tonight.
time is that?
7:30.
Is the Undertaker going to be there?
He is.
Who is he wrestling?
Vince McMahon. He's gonna throw him off the top. He's like, let's reenact him.
Shut up. If it was Vinnie Mac versus the Undertaker, I'd watch that.
But no, gonna be watching that. Probably just some homework, NFL fantasy. You know, the
Okay.
usual. Probably
So-
getting stomped this week.
So you got the
Quick
you got the
update. Quick
plans.
update, guys. Am I getting stomped in fantasy? Quick update. It is currently 133 to 49.
So yes, please come while he's doing that. Please come and play Elder Scrolls with me. I'll be streaming Ghostbusters, the video game, at some point.
No,
I was hoping today, maybe later tonight, but I'm really having a lot of fun playing Magic, and I might save this for later on in the Halloween month. I'm planning on playing Luigi's Mansion, the new one when it comes out, Ghostbusters, probably some Friday the 13th, probably some Until Dawn. Probably. I have like a whole bunch of stuff. Man of Medan I haven't finished.
Yep.
And I have a secret surprise game that is going to be terrible and retro at the same time. And I can't wait to play it because, one, I've never played it, and two, it's really terrible.
Sounds good.
But I will give you a hint. It was once at the height of controversy and helped bring about the ratings system for video games.
It was Pong.
No, but it was right up there with Mortal Kombat. They listed
Fighter.
this one and this one. In fact, I'll give you one more hint, and we'll see if you can get this. The ex-president of Nintendo back in the early 90s said, and I quote...
Marvel vs. Capcom.
No. He said that this game that I'm referring to will never be on a Nintendo console. Well, I bought it for my Switch, so he's a liar.
You liar.
And my how times have changed. So yes, that's the game that I'll be playing at some point. It's going to be terrible. It's going to feel like a throwback to the 80s, and it's bad. Okay, it's just bad. But yeah, it was a lot of controversy around it. So with that, I think we're done. I think we wrapped it all up.
Yep,
Joker,
guys.
we're gonna go this week.
Yep.
All right. Cool.
Guys, drop your comments, drop your likes, go check out the YouTube, sub, do all the fun stuff. If you guys have questions, feel free to DM him, DM me on Twitter, message me on here, everything.
Yeah. If you guys have comments, suggestions, hit us up with them.
Hang on. Is it Doom?
It's not Doom.
That was the guess from Dr. Boss.
No, it's older than Doom. I'll give you another hint. It came out, and it was one of the launch games for the Sega CD system.
I don't know.
And if you're not familiar with what the Sega CD system is, it was an attachment that you could connect your Sega Genesis to, and it allowed you to play CD-ROM games.
All right.
So he says Doom. That was not a bad guess.
Yep.
But yeah, I'm all out. We're all out of time.
We're out of time, guys.
So yeah, thanks for
Episode 10.
Episode 10.
Spooky Nights. Wolfman's got Nards.
Bro, we did it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Until next time, stream. Love y'all. And, stay golden, pony boy. As soon as I find the mouse here.
You got to wake it up, bro. There you go.
It's awake. And
bye.
And bye to you guys.